Hello. How are you? Glad you joined me. Let me know where you're from. I'm gonna get started in just a second. I'm gonna show you how to make a vegan ranch dressing that actually tastes really good. Hi, Emily. Good to see you. Or I guess you can see me. I'm gonna go ahead and start in just a second. I'm gonna show you guys how to make a vegan ranch dressing that actually tastes really good. And it's really, really easy to make. I got so sick of buying ranch dressing in the market because it's always loaded with all sorts of crap. And when I'm a label reader, so when I read the label and I see all this stuff in there that I can't pronounce, and I'm like, well, what is it? So I finally figured out a way to make it taste really good, and it's really easy. So I'm gonna flip my camera down so you guys can see what I have, because I've got everything laid out here on my counter. And I just wanna show you what I've got going on here. And I think I'm gonna lower it down a little bit. Let me move it, angle up a little bit. Okay, so what I have, I'm on my way to go to a salad in a jar party, and I volunteered to bring the ranch dressing with me, and I've made this before, and everybody loved it so much that they asked me to bring it again. So, okay, what I'm using for my base is Vegenaise. Not sure if you've ever seen it, but Vegenaise is mayonnaise made without eggs. So it's basically like whipped oil and a little bit of vinegar, salt, and lemon juice. So it's really delicious. I'm somewhat of a mayo snob, but I love this stuff, and so does my family. So I use the Vegenaise as my base, and I put a whole bunch of it in a mason jar because I'm going to use this to shake this up and get this mixed up and going. So what you need is, I love this stuff. So you're going to add some dried herbs to your mayo, and this is already blended. This stuff has it has parsley, onions, chives, shallots, garlic, and dill. And the Lighthouse brand, all of their dried herbs actually really taste really good. So I do keep kind of a variety of them on hand anyway. So we're going to use some Lighthouse dried salad blend. I'll go ahead and just start putting this stuff in. And I'm just going to I'm going to use a nice palmful. I probably have about a cup and a half, maybe I think a cup and a half to a cup and 3/4 of Vegenaise in my jar. So I'm going to go ahead and add a palmful or so of the salad herbs to that. And then I am an eyeballer. I don't necessarily make things that, I don't do a lot of measuring. I'm an Italian New Yorker. I like to just throw things together. So I'm also adding a little bit of unfiltered apple cider vinegar, and you saw me shake it up because you want that that cloudiness to it that you see in this jar. That stuff has amazing beneficial bacteria for digestion. So I'm going to add a little bit of that because ranch does have a little zing. So I'm going to add a little bit of that. And then we probably want to thin it out a little bit more. I like my ranch a little more on the thin side, and my husband and my son like it a little thicker, so I'm going to try to make this somewhere in between. And in order to kind of make it a little thinner and creamier, I use you can even use almond milk, but I love flax milk. I love it in my smoothies. And I always buy unsweetened, if you can see that, no sugar added, unsweetened, unflavored, unsweetened milk. So an almond milk or a flax milk is great for that. So I'm going to add a little bit of that, and then just see where we end up with. See where we end up. So I'm going to use one of these little shaker balls that we use when we make smoothies in a shaker. I'm going to throw that in because I'm going to shake it up and just see where we come out. And I think this is probably about right. It feels like it's blending up really, really well, and it's not too thick. Probably my husband and my son would probably like it a little bit thicker, but I like my ranch a little bit runnier. You can always add a little bit of extra salt or pepper to this, or any other additional herbs that you want. And just based on the look of this, I think we're probably just about perfect. Like I said the other day, as soon as I'm on Periscope, my dog always starts barking. So that is it. That is the homemade ranch, and you can see I could probably add a little bit less liquid to it, but hopefully you found that helpful. hopefully you'll use it and make it and bring it to your next salad in a jar party. So I better head out of here because I gotta go get to a party and people are waiting for my dressing. Thanks for joining me.